Oh, I know what to do. Do you ever feel like the thing you were enjoying for so long is slowly becoming boring to you? Like you already squeezed all of its serotonin juices? Well, I've got the solution for you. Combine it with another thing. So that's why I'm gonna do a Genshin Impact Warrior Cats AU. I enjoy Genshin a lot for its characters, but lately it was too difficult to progress, and I already got all the characters I wanted. Meanwhile, with Warrior Cats, I already feel the interest slipping. I also haven't read any more books past the 6th season, so... Anyway, let's get into the AU. I felt inspired to make this from a TikTok I saw some time ago, and for the sake of originality, I won't look at it again, but I'll put it here. And I won't look if anyone else has done anything similar. Many people probably did. So this is just my own spin on it. Every nation is gonna be its own clan, only consisting of the playable characters. I drew, designed and named all of these cats by myself, and I'll explain their names, roles and some design choices. Today I will start with Mondstadt, Land of Freedom and the Animal Archon. I'm calling it the Air Clan. Now, animal in itself actually means wind, but then it would be too close to the official one, so Air Clan it is. The leader of the Air Clan is Jean, or as I named her, Dandelion Star. She's the Grandmaster of the Knights of Favonius, so of course I had to give her that position. About the name, I chose Dandelions because it's depicted a lot in her attacks. Her warrior name would have been Dandelion Claw, the claw part because she's a sword user. But if Jean's the leader, what about the Archon? Well, similarly to how he is in game, he's a stray with a really unique name. Being an Archon of Freedom, I named him Free Spirit. Fits, doesn't it? Otherwise he stepped down as a leader, went missing and then showed back up when nobody remembers him, and tries to get food or catnip from everyone. I had to substitute wine somehow. Now to the deputy. It's of course Kaya, or Blue Feather. I named him that in reference of his colored hair and his constellation being a peacock. The role of Medicine Cat goes to Lisa, or Rose Shade. I chose this position because it kind of fits best to her in a way. Also, she's very knowledgeable. For her name I used her rose imagery, while Shade is both meant as shadows but also as lampshade because of a little thingy dangling in her hat. Does that make sense? Now to the standard warriors. First we have Diluc, here named Flamewing because Pyro and also because of his phoenix thing in one of his attacks. I think lore-wise he would be more willing to go hunt for food and medical orbs rather than go on patrols. It would be kind of like the knights in a way. While on his searches he would frequently meet Venti, so that's how their dynamic goes. Following with Amber, she's named Amberheart. I simply changed up her name a little bit to mean something more pyro related, and the heart part is meant to represent her association with bunnies. Next is Noelle, she's Flower Hill. I actually wanted to name her something rose related as well, but I didn't want to repeat so many prefixes in the same clan, even when her roses are more prominent in design. I instead opted to a general flower, which is still pretty. Also Hill because Geo, to her disappointment. Time for Barbara. Her name is Melody Drop, and she's a medicine cat apprentice, since she's a healer in game. I chose Melody because it fits with her idol-like presence and note-based attacks. Also Drop for water drop. Hydro, obviously. And to the other nun, Rosaria is now called Frostbloom. She's the first character I wanted to give the prefix Rose to, as the name kind of sounds like Rose already, but yeah, instead it's Macraya related here. Also she's one of the few cats who doesn't believe in StarClan. Eula is now Owlbreeze. Her name kind of looks like the German word for owl, Eule, so I gave her that prefix in combination with something cryo. Her family used to be an independent stray group in the territory before they joined the clan, which might explain how they would be kind of disliked in this AO, if I remember the lore correctly. From one outcast to the next, Fischl here is now Batstorm. I felt like I was having too many bird-related names as well, so I instead named her after her goth fashion style. It's got little bat wings here and there. How I imagine her character would fit into this AU is that she was a kitty pet, found the clans and now thinks she's the greatest leader to have ever existed to a fallen clan or something like that. From the second outcast to the last we have Razor, who is now named Wolfclaw. It was originally gonna be Wolffang first, because you know he lived with wolves, and second, because it isn't a suffix I used yet, but when I remembered his wolf guy ghost in his attacks actually uses its claws to attack, so Wolfclaw it is. He was still raised by wolves. When there's a Razor, there's a Bennett. I mean, Burning Heart. I felt like it fits his personality of being passionate about adventuring and the name making him sound brave, but also it means that he has a big heart to the people that join his adventure team, especially when they're outcasts like him, like Razor and Fischl. And here we have Mona, now named Night Rain. The night part is supposed to be connected with the astrology stuff she does, and night sky and stars and stuff, and rain because hydro. Kinda self-explanatory. Let's talk about the dragon spine crew now, starting with Albedo. His name is Chalkfur, since he's the Kreider Prince. Also, I'm pretty sure he's made out of chalk. And simply Fur, because I honestly wanted to implement his majestic hair somehow. And let's not forget about his lab partner, Sucrose. We named Sweet Wind. Since Sucrose is just a fancy word for sugar, I wanted to use it somehow. But I'm not sure how familiar cats are with the concept of sugar, so another adjective it is, and Wind would be obvious why. Last but not least are the apprentices, Diona and Klee. Diona is named Icepaw simply because of Cryo. Also, her design didn't have to be much changed. Her warrior name would be Ice Whisker. No explanation, it just sounds cool and cat related. For her backstory, she would be fitting as a medicine cat apprentice combating cat herbal abuse. Meanwhile, Klee is named Cloverpaw because Klee is the German word for clover. Her warrior name would be Cloverblaze, something destructive enough to fit explosions. And that's it for the Air Clan. Wow, that was a lot of work. Anywho, I enjoyed making this little AU, but who knows if I'm able to make the other regions and its characters as well, and who knows if by the time I'm done I'll even play the game anymore. But nonetheless, let me know your thoughts. Maybe you have some ideas on names or lore or roles in the clan if you want to share them. I'm open to anything. Thank you for listening to me ramble, and I hope you have a nice day. Until next time, good night.